Suppose I should stop listening to Christmas music and get this done. So many whips! Yikes! Whip, guys. It's a hot garbagey mess. Let's do this. Part one of a two-parter. I could be organized. We talked about being organized. I'm not going to be organized. We're going to go through my whips as they stand right now. There will be one whip I don't talk about. That is because you won't see it on camera because I either am working on it or I am not working on it. Since I am recording just after the check-in with Louise, which means my Jelly Roll blanket is currently a mystery. So when I mention it later, that's what's happening. Otherwise, it's all up for grabs. Let's get this started, shall we? First off, I'm just going to grab things off the floor, and we're going to talk about things as we go. I have this done a lot of ripping. So if you've seen some things from last year's State of the Whip and you're not seeing them for this year's State of the Whip, and you know I have not been working on them, it is because I ripped them. I stopped. I let it go. I'm not keeping them. If I've not worked on it, it doesn't matter if I still like the pattern. It doesn't matter if I still like the yarn for the pattern. I clearly don't want that yarn in that pattern. So reclaim the yarn, do something else with it. First off, let's do some blankies. Because blankies are quick-ish to talk about. I have a lot of scraps, and I have a lot of scraps because, well, I make things. This is how this works. And I have very, very slowly been progressing on a very large scrap project for my niece. I am making her a giant granny square scrappy blanket. So this is intended to be a multi-year project because this is for when she graduates high school, before she goes off to college or her own apartment or her first house, whatever she decides to do. At that point, she's on her own. She can choose her life decisions. So I am making this by holding 2 strands of acrylic worsted weight yarn together to make it bulky. Gets a good heft. So you got like that nice kind of like weighted blanket feel. And I am alternating giant granny square sections with sections with smaller granny square sections together. These stripes, as I'm making them, will be alternated. So the next row, the square above it will be a solid big square, whereas above this one, it'll be a multi-grid square. So, and then I am framing everything in some gray. Again, just an acrylic gray. These are scraps. Like this is Burnett Premium. This is Impeccable. This is Super Saver. This is whatever acrylic scraps I have floating around. And I'll buy more gray when I need to buy more gray to finish the blanket off. So every individual square is framed up. There'll be gray between them. So you get this nice little blocked appearance. I was making some good progress on this, and I haven't really worked on it at all this year. It's bothering me because I'm starting to feel a little overwhelmed with the amount of worsted scraps I have. So I need to put this back on the pick it up and actually work on it schedule. Because the kid's 16 now. I don't have that many years till she's done high school, and I have 1 stripe done, and I really need like 5. So 1 stripe in 2 years does not good progress make. So we need to make some more. Also, if I get it done early, I'll just give it to her early and make something else for her for graduation. So the hope is 1 ginormous bed-sized blanket that she can use, she can wash and dry, because I'm going to assume that, like me, at 19, she's not super interested in heavy-duty care of, garments and things yet. She just might not be at that stage, which is fine. I do have some squares that I did work on, I think, this year. 2 solid ones. And I know I've got some multi stuff around here somewhere. Like, I have boxes of scrap worsted yarn. Like, I've been looking for more projects, and I'm always willing to get more inspiration from people for projects, because it's a big project, even on a 9mm crochet hook, which means squares crochet up real fast. So I just need to stop putting it off and get it done, and I could literally probably get the blanket finished in a month or 2 with some solid work. So Apparently I also have a ball of wool like in here that doesn't belong in here. Okay, that's it. I have to organize my scraps again. This is getting ridiculous. All right, blanket the first. I should make notes and keep a counter. Let's start a counter and we'll write down all of our WIPs. That's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna make a note. Hang on, I'll be right back. Okay, let's continue on the blanket thread because really we're here. They're the big projects that I can put these boxes to the side. So I still wish to finish my crochet quilt blanket. As you can tell, don't weave in my ends all the time. Those are definitely not woven in. This is a free pattern that I found and I started making out of some Burnett Premium. I never intended it to be a quick project, so I did not do the math to get all of the yardage I needed in the tweed, this Aran tweed and the gray. I just started with the gray and Aran tweed that I have. I had enough of the blue for all of my center squares, which is good. And these squares will actually have another row of Aran tweed across the top, and in the corners there will be some green. So in the end, it will be it's a quilt pattern done in Granny Square Crochets, which is just so cool. It's really wonderful to put together. But I need to crochet through the last of what I have and put the last of the squares together to see how much of the bed I've all of the blanket I've already created. And then I really need to probably for my birthday spend my birthday money and get the last of the yarn ordered that I need in the right gray and Aran tweed color and get this done hopefully for spring, maybe for like April, May. I won't be able to use it till the fall, but that's fine. It'll give me time to locate all the ends and weave them in because oh boy, I mean I've got some yarn still. Ugh. This whole project is just this one project. Oh God. Oh, right by the microphone. I'm sure that sounds great, you guys. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 squares. Full on hardcore ends weaving it and we're ready to go. And I've got a bunch already crocheted up. Now, I mean, I suppose I could always just make this a throw blanket. That's an idea. Because I've got so much already pre-crocheted. And what I've got left might be enough. Should I make this a couch throw? Because if I make this a couch throw, I could conceivably put it on one of the, it's got the crochet hook for the pattern. I don't even have to go try to figure out, remember what size it is. See, if I make it a couch throw, I could make it a craft off challenge, or I could make it some secret crafting with Louise. And then I could, in theory, get this done for like February. That's a serious thought, you guys. Okay, I'm liking that thought. I'm liking that thought a lot. All right, I've still got some gray, more gray. I got a bunch of Aran tweed still in here. I've got blue in here still to make squares with. I've got green in here still to make squares with. Oh, I'm liking this idea. I'm liking this idea a lot. You know what it means, right? I'm gonna have to take these squares and put them together as the start of a blanket and see how far I am into a couch throw. Okay, I gotta talk to Diana. We need to, this needs to be a thing. She's probably gonna have an idea on how I could get this done. Oh, so good. Let's talk about the blanket I can't show you. Here is a bag of leftover fingering weight yarns. In this bag of leftover fingering weight yarns, there's a bag of leftover fingering weight yarns, and more fingering weight yarns, and balls of fingering weight yarns, and add-ons. And this is not the only bag of fingering weight yarn scraps I have. It's going to become a jelly roll, which is technically on the needles right now. While yes, I want to do a Battenberg blanket, I'm currently arguing over gauges and swatches, so I'm not considering that a WIP because it is not actually on the hook yet. It just exists as this is something I want to do but I'm not sold. Okay. Use the hook size and pattern, and I pretty much roughly get gauge and crochet as called for in the pattern. It's a very small crochet hook, which while is fine, it's fingering weight yarn, it would limit how often I could work on the project because it is harder to see the fingering weight stitches, as in I don't see the fingering weight stitches at all anymore. Either knitted or crocheted, I don't, not single strand fingering weight. But if I hold the fingering weight double, which actually gets you closer to like a sport DK weight, you change your hook size, it's a bit bulkier, but the larger hook is easier for me to manipulate. So just I'm vacillating between these two options, and I'm not sure. I love the idea of the fingering weight blanket because it's a lightweight fingering weight blanket, but I'm also not liking the idea of a fingering weight blanket because it's a fingering weight blanket. Blankets are huge projects to start with. I'm not sure I want to commit to a fingering weight crochet blanket. Now I have all of the white woolies to go with, and if we're honest, most fingering weight yarns I work with are sock yarns. The superwash merino sock yarn, if I buy a one skein, if I buy a couple of skeins, I can always turn them into socks if I want to. So I tend to stick to strictly sock weight, like sock yarn. So I'm not worried about mixing acrylic in with the superwash merino. It'll be fine with the wool-like, so that's okay. And the wool-like has the benefit that if I haven't bought enough, I can go buy more, and because it's an industrial acrylic yarn that doesn't do lot variations, it's going to be easier for me to get something that's close to it. So I don't know. I have to make up my mind about it so I can put it on the thing. But for the moment, the only fingering weight blanket I have on the go is my jelly roll, which I cannot show you because it is currently a secret knitting project between me and Louise. So if I showed you, you guys will know whether or not I have or have not made progress, since we just did the live for the check-in this past week. So yay. On the bright side, it means we're down 3 WIPs, which is good because I have a rough idea of how many Diana has. And I was aggressive in pulling things because boy, would I like my number to be smaller than Diana's this year. Because I'm petty and mean. That's why. All right, let's give me a moment. I'll be back. I'm going to make sure there's nothing else over here. And then we'll move to the other side. Guys, there's stuff everywhere. Every freaking where in here right now. I'll be right back. Okay. All right. Well, for fun, let's do some stuff in bags. Let's make some sticky sounds. Ugh. Stickers. So our province and several other provinces, many countries have been moving away from plastic bags, which is good. They're not good. We really should be using reusable bags. I'm not against it. I order food from Walmart, and they have this tendency to pack things in their, you pay 15 cents per bag reusable bags, except I bring my reusable bags when I do pickups, but they've already packed them in these bags. So I'm starting to collect a lot of these bags. I'm kind of tempted to see if I can cut this into a string and start crocheting baskets out of them, because really, I don't need 45 reusable bags. The ones I have are good, but I don't always necessarily want to go shopping in the store. Sometimes I like just being able to get a ride, pick it up, and leave again. Sometimes you're busy, and it's wonderful. What I do have in this one is technically it's called the not knits, no coffee knits. It's supposed to be a hot beverage mitt, so somehow this turns into a mitten. I haven't finished crocheting it yet, and then that mitten has a base in the bottom of the hand section where you can then use it as a cup cozy to hold your cups. So I'm making it for beer because my dad and his friends like to, well, dad doesn't drink beer, he's allergic to yeast, but his buddies like to sit around, watch the hockey game, and drink beer out in the man shed outside a good chunk of the year, and it gets a little chilly, so some beer mittens for them. This is out of some impeccable that I have floating around, just some red impeccable. It's acrylic, so it can be washed. I don't know how this becomes a mitten. I don't even remember what size hook I was using. it'd be called for in pattern, because if it's not called for in pattern, that's just weird for me. So I need to go pull up the pattern and just get this finished. Like I did this in like an hour. And I'm almost done that first section, I think. But I don't know if it folds like lengthwise or if it's like widthwise. Which I mean, seems like that'd be okay widthwise. It's a little loose, but I'm making a big size. I don't know. I gotta, so I need to figure that out. And I mean, then I need to play around with these Walmart bags because get used to seeing the Walmart bag. There's a lot of them because I don't know what else to do with them at this point. Okay. There. Let's do another Walmart bag. Because why not? Ooh, I know what this is. Ooh, I gotta get this one finished. My dad was visiting in September, October. Don't remember. I was helping my sister and brother-in-law do a bunch of reno work on their house. And one of the things my sister requested was a floor mat for the kid for beside her bed because she has a hardwood floor in her bedroom now. And as you can see, I'm making progress. Nice, floppy, squishy floor mat for the kid. I need to get this finished, is what I need to do. So that's gonna happen. This like the color shows up so well on camera, but like in person, all I see is black. I'm just fascinated. We're not doing too bad. I don't think I want to make it much bigger. Like I want it big enough that like you can get up in the morning, like have some of it tucked a little bit under the bed, but you can get up and you've got a space to put your feet, and you still got space for like slippers or house socks to lie on top of it, so you don't like step onto hardwood floor and have like a bit of a shocker in the morning. I love my hardwood floors. You can never convince me to put carpet in bedrooms ever again. My breathing is much better without the carpet in the bedrooms. But I have floor mats for the purpose of not having chilly feet when I get out of bed in the morning because it's a bit of a shocker. So I'm not making it's not too bad. Progress is looking good. This is, I have no idea what they are, acrylic scraps. One black strand, one blue strand. I'm holding it together. Just get a nice little marled effect. And yeah, I really need to do like the last 6 or 7 rounds and just be done this project. It's another one that I really just need to sit down for like 20 minutes or something and be done with it. It's really all it take. And another super glorious Smexy Walmart bag. This is with stickers. I don't know why they put stickers on it. It's for your order. Remind you that they don't do plastic bags anymore. Like okay. Make a note. I've already lost track of how many WIPs. Well, 6? That's it for part 1. Oh, I was moving quick through those WIPs today. Hopefully, part 2 is just as snappy because really, guys, really. Oh, there's scrappy socks somewhere. Got 2 socks on the needle. I have a scrappy sock for anklet socks somewhere, and I have snow globe socks also somewhere. Don't know where. Hopefully those pop up shortly. I'm gonna go find those socks. You guys stay safe, stay crafty. We'll catch you next time. Cheers.